Welcome to a new session in our networking series about using Private DNS Zones. In this session, we will delve into the integration of Azure Private DNS Zones with MySQL servers. We'll explore how to enhance security and streamline your networking configuration by managing your DNS records within a private namespace. By the end of this session, you will have a solid understanding of how to configure and utilize Private DNS Zones to maintain seamless and secure communication between your MySQL servers and other Azure resources as web apps. Join us as we unlock the potential of private DNS management in the cloud. Let's dive into our setup. We have a virtual network containing two subnets, one for integrating a web app and the other for MySQL server. Currently, public access is enabled for all services. First, we've deployed a PHP code in the web app to check the connectivity to MySQL server using its credentials. Let's verify the connectivity from the web app. There it is. The connection is successfully established. Next, let's test the connection from an external point, specifically from our local device using Azure Cloud Shell. We'll enter the credentials as follows, including the password. And here we are. The connection is established successfully, and we can list the databases on the server. Now, let's take it a step further by disabling public access to the MySQL server. With public access disabled, we'll test the connectivity again. As expected, the application can no longer access the MySQL server, and neither can our local device. In order to configure a secure private connection, let's create a private endpoint for the MySQL server. Name it PEP1, for example. We choose the VNet and the subnet we already created specifically for this purpose. Now, the most important step, the creation of the private DNS zone. We can create it independently before setting up the private endpoint, but if we haven't, it can be created automatically by checking this box here. There are no tag requirements, so we can proceed to create it. Once the private endpoint is created, let's check the private DNS. Here it is. You can find the record of MySQL server with its private IP address. With this configuration, the private network services, in our case it's the web app, should now be able to access the database server securely. Let's confirm this. And yes, after refreshing the website, the access is allowed as expected. But we still don't have access from our local device as the public network connection is disabled. That would be everything for today. Thank you for joining today's session. We've demonstrated how to set up a secure private connection, enhancing our network security by restricting access to private endpoints and by using private DNS zones. If you found our content useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Goodbye.